Fun.
And it stands its full height, holding the kind of gash in its side, and it actually turns and it looks at you, Devin, despite
Oh.
you being in the ethereal realm. And it turns and looks at the others, and it sees the battle is all but lost, and says, "We will meet again." And it's going to disappear.
I got nothing for it.
So, Devin,
Me.
because you're in the ethereal realm,
Oh,
it
did I
does
see
not
it?
fully disappear to you. Oh, don't
Where?
get me wrong. It takes off at a very high velocity
Yeah.
in an almost like energy form. But yeah, you actually see the direction it goes. It kind of just, you don't know where it's going, but you see the direction it went.
Okay.
Oh, and you poof back into
I'll
reality.
poof back in. Yeah.
Yeah. The battle all but turned in your favor. You see the orcs push back the last of the shrooms. The screams and shouts of victory in the camp. People probably aren't going to be having mushrooms with their steak tonight. But
Um,
despite the clamor of combat, there is a calm
Calm before the storm.
as the enemy is being routed. Basically, you guys are free to interact on your own.
question for you, real quick. When you stated when he stabbed me, he spoke directly into my mind. Was it only my mind, or did he speak to everybody's mind directly?
When he disappeared, he spoke to everyone, but for you, he spoke directly. If that's what you're asking.
Okay, I'm going to shift back into my tiefling form, and I'm gonna kind of put a finger to my lips, and I'm gonna say, he said something kind of worrying when he stabbed me, and I kind of look up into the air. That's coming down.
Oh, that? Yeah, it's I was on the ethereal plane. It does not look good up there. I had like a clear view. It's all cracked and buildings are broken down.
Oh, also, Devin, you disappear again.
Ah.
Because the spell is still active.
Yeah.
So like every 6 seconds, he just like blinks out like a bad TV. Oh man.
Sorry, let me fix that and I'll remove the spell.
You remove the spell, you just come back like, whoa.
Sorry about that.
Yes, I rolled for you.
It was funny.
Yeah. Well, I had another good look at it. How did it look?
You know what? Make me an intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
Mhm.
Okay, let me see here. Int, no bonus. So I rolled a 19. Nice.
Your memories of harmony slowly give way, not disappearing, but changing. What you knew as home, its idyllic cityscape, its beautiful backgrounds, there was always something wrong about it. It was something that that kind of itched at your mind and kind of scratched and poked at it. And it was always there, but you never really saw the need to question it. You never wondered why those architectural weaknesses in the nobility's quarters were there. They were just part of the design. You never questioned why the city had winding pathways of precarious holes. That was part of the challenge. You wondered why people would survive off of scraps, and they would tell you it was just a lifestyle decision. Your memory of harmony begins to, or more specifically, your innocence of harmony is shattered before your very eyes upon seeing the city as it is, not as you were instructed to remember it.
Hmm.
So it occurs to you that you have grown up in a city like that this whole time, and everything was either an illusion or just a convenient lie.
Hmm. I feel like I've had the wool pulled over my eyes after looking at it from the ethereal plane. That you remember all the cracks and the holes, and we just thought, yeah, that's just part of it. But that's what they wanted us to think. It's up there. They call it harmony, but it was not harmonious. They wanted us to
So
think that.
we'll go one at a time. Ian, give me your intelligence saving throw. I'm sorry, Jayce. Also, Kaya and Yeekishi, if you want to go ahead and roll your intelligence saving throw and have it on hand, we'll get to you too as well.
Okay. I am not smart.
Or am I?
It's okay. What'd you get, Jayce?
9
9.
total.
It's enough to make a dent in the memories. The animals you kept, they weren't that healthy. You've been down here. You've seen what healthy animals look like. You thought you knew what health was in your animals. Many of the animals you treated, I mean, they got injured. You don't know how. You never questioned it. But maybe there was something else going on. Barbaric actions that would lead to the animals being harmed. You can't quite put pieces together, but you see the cracks. So, Kaya, what you got?
3 total.
Honestly, you never noticed.
What are you talking about, guys? What
This-
cracks?
This is a very, very, like, you get a feeling of dread. You can't necessarily place it, but it's almost like they're speaking to a conspiracy theory that you always swore was crazy. Like, this is heaven. This is harmony. Everything is perfect. There's no point in questioning it. You saw no need to question it. And
Whoops. My bad. Sorry.
yeah. And
Actually, it would have been 12.
12. I mean, okay, a little bit, it's still kind of the same ballpark.
Okay.
Unchanged.
Sorry.
But yeah, like you know that other people have had that theory before, and it is kind of weird that they're seeing this and kind of making those connections, but it's you never really saw things as that bad.
Like, I'm a little weirded out, but
You guys are crazy.
you guys, I've heard it
Yeah,
before, but
they're speaking heresies, basically.
Yeah.
Yeekishi, what was your intelligence saving throw?
I want to go get food. So what am I supposed to do? I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no,
hungry.
It's okay. No, it's okay. Intelligence saving throw.
Okay, so a D20 plus intelligence.
swallow your food.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold up.
Anyways, let's see. Does
I
what
can't
she
believe I rolled a 3. It's like, it's not that bad, guys. The world is burning around me, and I'm just like,
So Yeekishi, your world has always been the way they've described.
Okay, so yeah, I got a 17 for my
Oh, I'm
D20.
sorry. I misheard.
No, yeah, I was.
I heard a number and just started going into GM mode. I apologize.
No, sorry. My mom.
17.
Food. Yeah.
Your world was never the paradise that these people described.
I mean, yeah, I had a traitorous sensei, so yeah.
The city was always in shambles. You always knew it to be this. You were often considered inferior because of your lack of magic potential. You were never able to cast spells. You couldn't even manifest a cantrip. And so the undercity of Harmony was your dwelling. When they start speaking about the cracks in the surface, you always knew it was that way. In fact, but you learned that many people in harmony exist in an almost blissful, intentional unawareness of the rot of the city, the decay of time, the conflicts of the gods, the back and forth, how they would snipe at each other, how they would argue, how they would fight, and people would be the victims of that.
Yeah.
Jason,
All true.
Jason Devin, yeah, Jason Devin see that they had, for the most part, been fooled. You were never fooled.
Yeah, you guys aren't crazy, as I yell back to them. It's always been around.
Well, I never noticed it until just now when I looked at it
From a different
Yeah.
perspective.
from different perspective. It's no better than down here.
Ignorance is bliss for the blessed.
I'm pretty blessed.
Oh, you're very blessed. You were one of the best. You were the elite. That whole getting tossed off the island, you're sure that was just a misunderstanding.
It was a mistake, and it's okay. It happens.
Bad things happen sometimes as a test.
Mhm.
So yeah, what
Cool.
now?
You said the monsters were running back into the forest, right?
What was left is retreating. Yes.
I want to follow them to see where they gather.
Are they
I
going the
guess.
same direction as the mind flare went?
Yes.
Okay.
know about
Yes, I
everybody
want
else,
to
but I'm
do
going
that.
back to the cave that I was gonna clear out earlier. Yeah.
You're doing
You're
what?
gonna head towards the cave.
I mean, I know there were enemies there, and well, I gotta kill it at some point.
As you start heading towards the cave, Devin, he's going the same direction.
Hold on there, Eurl. They're all. What were you doing again?
Just walking in that direction. I mean,
Oh, you're just gonna follow
I've
them back
still
to their
got my
hideout?
axe. I mean, the enemy has to die.
Yeah, but the mind flare may have disappeared for you guys, but I saw where he went. He's going that same direction as that mob and wherever you're walking. And with the amount of trouble he gave us, I don't know if you can handle that on your own.
And he
Okay, so
dies
maybe
too.
just recon for the moment and then come back with full force and attack them how they attacked us.
Admittedly, you're not alone. The entire orc village is going that direction.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Wait, not all y'all. Hold up. Hold up. Let me go first.
Kaya,
Hmm.
as everyone's discussing what to do, what to go on, you actually like your vision almost kind of like darkens. Not like going blind. No, you're used to this. This is a divine intervention. And you hear the voice. You do recognize other deities. You recognize Bachuna's voice. And the voice echoes through your head. Warn, flee, east.
Mm.
And
And then
you
oh.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so then I blink out of it, or
Yeah. It wasn't like it was happening in the back of your head, or almost vision-esque.
okay. So I run in the middle, guys. Before we move, I sorta heard a voice. No, I'm not crazy,
It's
but
all right. I hear voices.
we'll get to that later. I'm supposed to, but okay. Anyway,
Yes, but when I hear voices, it's divine inspiration. When you hear your voices, it's your bloodthirsty sword.
my voices are good. Anyway,
Hey, my voice wanted to kill that tentacle face thing.
The voices in
makes-
my head are better than yours.
A
My
crazy talking to crazy.
your voice is ass. Okay. Anyway, east, right?
Yeah. The
East.
first was warn.
Okay. So it said warn, and then it said head east.
No, it didn't say head east.
No, it
It
said
said another word.
Does it need to talk to you again?
Let me.
What would
let
it
me
say?
It said, "Warn, flee east."
That's similar.
Almost like a series of directions, not just one message.
Oh, okay. So warn, flee, east.
Why east? What's over there?
I just okay. You know, they just kind of give me broken directions.
Okay, well
Riddle-
then, let's get
some-
our bearings. Which way is east?
Not the
Uh,
direction they're going.
Not the
left?
direction they're going. Okay.
left.
Is that a nature check?
It's a survival check,
Survival.
actually.
I got that too.
Well,
Hey.
I didn't roll very well. I rolled 6 on survival, so I don't know which way is east.
Okay.
24.
Yeah, you know exactly which direction you're going. As part of your survival, as you were falling out of the sky the other day, as
The other
main
day.
protagonists are wont to do, to the east there was more land. There was, and I don't just mean like there was a little bit more. No, the island, the archipelago, not archipelago, the opposite of an archipelago, the Pangea, was almost lopsided towards the east. There was like kind of a far stuck out region. And you kind of start putting 2 and 2 together. When Harmony falls, if it falls straight down, it's going to fall on pretty much everyone in Dissonance.
Guys, we need to get back to Dissidence, like, now. Because thing coming down, if it just falls directly like a stone, like it probably will, that's right over Dissidence.
Oh no.
Well, that's not good.
And what about this tribe? Will the tribe take damage too, or is dissidence far enough?
You
I'm
don't
not-
know.
Yeah, I'm not a scientist. I just know I don't know how big the ripple effect is going to be. I just know it's going to fall in Squish City. Squishing City is bad.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Jayce. Because you understand nature, this oddly enough is a nature thing. Give me an intelligence check.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Plus my nature, or
No, just intelligence.
oh.
You're getting the roll because of your nature and the understanding of what happens when giant rocks fall.
Nat 20.
Yay!
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Believe it. Trust me. I learned I had to.
Yeah.
The numbers start to play in your head. You understand the physics behind stone falling, the ripple effect. You start to plot out the distances, mass times acceleration, the general width of the city. No, it's not quite that in depth.
Thank God.
Your best estimate is pretty much anything within 100-mile radius of Dissonance is going to be immediately incinerated.
Oh.
Everything, in fact, running east might very well, just might, the very tip of the peninsula might be enough that with the appropriate barricade or wall, or maybe if you find a cave, you could survive Harmony falling.
Okay.
It's a prayer, but it's the only prayer you've got.
Scratch that. The calculation, or what I'm coming up with is basically everything except for maybe the very, very, very far east of this continent, whatever, will explode in fiery chaos, except for maybe that very, very eastern tip. So, I don't know how much time we got. I'm not calculating that.
You
We gotta
don't
get
know.
going.
Yeah, we can't tell. I couldn't tell by looking at it when it's gonna fall.
Oh no, Chieftain! I'm looking through the crowd
There's-
of people.
I mean,
Did he hear all that? Do we need to translate that?
I'm just
no,
gonna.
you
let
don't
it go.
know. You don't know where he is. And Eurl has taken off with the raiding party.
Yeah,
Uh,
seriously. Jayce, can you
Fudge!
really fast?
For a couple of hours, yeah.
All right, let's do it. I call writing Jayce.
Oh, okay.
Wait, are we
Where
just
y'all
running?
going?
All right, well, we
We're
are
heading
officially after dark, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to
Wait.
subscribe to our Patreon,
Wait,
you can-
no, wait! Don't you dare end this. We need to save people.
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, she specifically stated she was riding me, so
Yeah.
I
we got,
pull
we got
up,
2
it'll
spices
pull
per.
It like, I mean, I'm
There
sure
are
it's on the trove.
horses.
Well, I'm
No.
gonna check if it's on the trove out of curiosity.
I am going to go ahead and take my form of the giant elk again.
Oh, that could easily support everyone.
no, I don't think so. Just me.
Hey, don't be selfish. We need to
I
go
am very
to dissidents as well.
Look,
Which-
you want to stay back and save people. Have fun.
You know what?
So-
Fine. I'm gone. I'm gonna just grab all my stuff and any extra arrows, and I'm just gonna use my tabaxi speed and bolt back.
You're
To-
not as fast as the giant elk.
What? So is he going to dissidents?
Presumably, yeah.
Okay.
I'll get on the elk. Take
I'm
me
a-
with you.
Take me with you. I'm gonna find the chief. I'm gonna go back to the raiding party and stop them. They need to go. They need to go.
All right, so you are going to split off from the party then.
Yeah, they can't get caught up in that. This ain't gonna be good. Explosions.
So Kaya,
Hmm?
do you have enhance ability?
I don't think so.
Okay, I just wanted to check because I believe there was a spell that you could use that would be useful here, but because you're new to 5th edition, I was
Oh wait, I do.
yeah,
I do have it.
If you used enhance ability, and let's
Endurance.
see, you can choose what form you want it to take,
Mm-hmm.
but I will say that it will assist in what is going to be essentially a chase, just with no target to chase, for Jayce to make this distance, because you are moving much faster than traveling horses.
Right. I'm thinking strength or dexterity? Because I have to
I would
choose,
say
right?
strength. Yeah, you can choose either bear's endurance or bull's strength, whichever you think is really going to help more.
I think endurance. It's a long travel, and he only can travel for a couple hours. So I would assume enduring would be better.
Okay.
Well, enduring's not going to change how long I can stay shapeshifted for, I don't think.
No, this is about closing distance. You're going beyond sprint.
Okay, so then strength would be better, so you can move faster.
Well, is he
Yes.
really that weighed down?
Well, I'm pretty light.
I am a huge beast with a strength of 19.
Yeah, he's got it. So yeah, bear's endurance. I'll say that's probably the best one, because he's going to have to make some con checks to maintain his speed.
Okay, I was gonna say, fine then. Do you want charisma? All right.
No,
All right.
it's okay. So Jayce, you rocket off. Like you just take off. It's a bound like a deer, but the bound is clearing like 60 foot a bound, so it's quite a distance.
Oof. I
Um,
hold on for dear life.
for bear's endurance, how much does that add to my con?
2d6.
I do need that number.
Well, no, it's 2d6 temporary hit points. What it does is it gives you advantage on Constitution
Oh, okay.
checks.
All right. So I roll my first con.
Yep. So give me. Well, we're gonna start with athletics,
Oh, athletics.
which is strength based, but that's what you start with. This is a skill challenge, actually.
Okay, so athletics. So I just do my.
I'm gonna be AFK for a second or two, okay?
Okay.
That's a 12 total.
12. The fight has worn you down quite a bit.
Mhm.
So that determines how many con rolls you're going to need to succeed. So basically you only have the one shift, right?
Yeah, this is my last one.
How long does it last?
My shift. Hold on. Use second level. I can assume the shape. You can use this short rest. When I transform, I take the HP, cast spells. Is it on the other page?
I can check.
Yeah, I found it once, and I think it's like half my level.
No, that's your CR.
Number of hours equal to half your druid level. Yeah.
Oh, really?
So 3 hours.
3 hours. All right. You have to make 3 successful con rolls.
You
Okay.
can do it
Definitely not gonna do it.
with advantage.
You do have advantage.
I'm rolling 2. So hold on. I gotta look at
So real quick, what is your Constitution score? Because I'm kind of doing
14.
a weird thing here. 14. So you have to roll a 15 or higher.
I have to roll
Your dice has to be a 15 or higher.
neither one. The highest
Right,
I had was
that's-
14.
That's one
Ooh.
fail. Try again.
17.
17.
Hey,
That's a success. Keep going.
Two fails.
2 fails. It's no use, realistically. The fight took so much out of you that despite your best efforts, you're going faster than the horses, but you're not making it in just this transition. You're going to need about an hour to rest before you can attempt again. So you get about halfway into the woods and your form drops.
And then they fall on top.
Well, you
Oh,
do get
snap,
a
he shaped
warning
back?
that it's about to, yeah. So like halfway into the woods, he just shifts back into human form or tiefling form. You were all going the speed you were going at, which I'm not sure what the actual speed is, but you no longer have that mode of propulsion, so y'all just
Ow.
across the pathway. Yeekishi and Eurl, actually.
Yes.
Eurl, you are at the head of the counterattack. You go charging as they're following the routing shrooms. They seem to go into the cave that you were going to look at anyway. And yeah, it's full on, like, berserkers are calling for war. And the druids and the shamans are all casting spells to buff the front lines. You are, of course, close to the chieftain, and it's about this time that Yeekishi catches up to you.
Yes. Thank God. I thought you were gonna keep going. I'm like, no. Okay.
One step back.
His name was Eurl, right?
Yes.
It's indeed my name.
Eurl! I yell, and I kind of just bolt right into him. Y'all need to stop. We all need to go immediately. The heavens are falling, going to destroy everything.
sky is falling.
The sky is falling. Do you understand me?
Do I
I
believe you? Is the is
If
she
we
like
can fall from the sky, anything up there can fall. And my comrades were able to pierce into the sky. I'm kind of like telling, the entire crowd, including the shaman dudes, could see up into the heavens, and it is falling. There is war, which is why we were also attacked too. We need to leave now. Go to
Shaman
the
was talking
east.
about this kind of stuff too, wasn't he? With that their ritual before.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, he was saying that there was something bad that's going to happen.
What's happened up there, it has happened down here. We need to go. Go now. I kind of like
the
point.
chieftain, the chieftain kind of looks. I mean, Eurl, there's no stopping the war.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now, okay, and I'm gonna be honest with you here. Are we gonna make it to the east? It's a tribe on foot. If something's falling from the sky, we go underground. It's just a good coincidence that our, current objective is also underground.
How deep underground? And
So
there's
As deep as
enemies down there.
So Yeekishi, you actually feel a big lumbering arm wrap around you, and it's the chieftain says, "Come with me, furry one. We shall fight we shall fight to the Underdark."
No, listen to me. Can I get out of his grip?
Yes, he kind of he says,
I
"If
stand in front of him. We
he looks,
can't.
he says, if the heavens are to fall, then below shall we hide."
The village was almost destroyed. You want to go into their territory where they know, and any secret spots and hiding spots, they can jump us at any time. We almost died once today. You want to go again?
Then
He
we
just kind of
fight until we
looks.
find our comrades from below, the other earthbound races.
Actually,
They will,
yes, you
they will
would
aid us.
theoretically, yeah, you do have allies under there. There are the dark elves, the guardians of the below, as you know it.
It's- Can you send
And
scouts ahead to give them a
and
warning of what's going to happen?
the chieftain kind of like pats you on the head, Yukichi, and
He,
says,
he-
"I appreciate the warning, but there are two paths before you, and we have already made ours as determined by our charge. We must not suffer the illness to strike against the earth any more. Hithlind must be saved from this curse. If the above is to crash to the material, then we must see to it that the below is safe for others. We have allies down there. We shall be all right. But you," and he looks, says, "would you come with us?" You're not entirely sure that that's the most sound plan, but I mean,
no.
the momentum has kind of already gone. Like they've kind of made that decision of, well, if we're going, we're going.
There's
They're
gonna be
going out.
nothing to come back to. And I don't think I'm gonna make it all the way to Dissidence by now.
Mm.
So you say there's nothing to come back to, so you would run east to survive on the surface, to watch the surface be disintegrated. It's not a great plan either, is it?
The underground may be destroyed too. You don't know the scale and the massiveness of the heavens. We we may end up winning the war underground only to die from what's crashing above us.
The chieftain raises his hand and says, "And neither I feared you, but the gods know. And the gods."
There is no making sense with. Oh, all right. You know what?
It's your choice, Yikishi. Attempt to catch up with the rest, or follow the orcs down to the below.
How prepared do they look? Are they still battered
Oh,
and
very, very. No, they're ready to go. They're ready to tumble.
ah hell, why not? I'm going with you. This
And
is
so
stupid.
it was that Yeekishi, first of the under race of Tabaxi, to establish a new species that would grow from the ashes of Harmony's fall.
Wait a second.
Rose,
There's only one of them.
Rose,
Yeah.
you, with your actions, altered the course of Hithline's history.
I ain't gonna bang any lizards, am I?
No.
Orcs, though.
Oh
But-
no!
No.
Protection!
But more specifically, what I mean is history will speak of the Tabaxi race that came from the underground. And we'll get into the why later, but it's not as bad as you think. No, you are not the only one who flees underground. Some Tabaxi do.
Yay,
You
someone of my
eventually-
race and size. Thank you.
You eventually find them. You are known as the Cave Lions.
Ooh.
And not just you, but the people you find forge a mountainous, a mountain hardened race of Tabaxi, strong in the ways of the rock and the Underdark.
That's nice. So I take it I'm going to die, but my ancestral line will live on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have created a new race in my world.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Okay. Yay.
No, it's just you chose that path. That's the direction you're going. I mean, what else am I supposed to do?
Grateful for way to do things.
Oh, come on, don't give me that. I've come up with crazier ideas.
Yeah. But, when you write a world and then you say, yeah, let's run a game before the current time, things get really weird really quick.
No, they don't. I just added some lore.
Oh, yeah, but that's because there was nothing here for people to mess with.
Well, like I picked that by design.
Mm.
Now, as for the rest of you, you post up for a short rest. Basically, you kind of do the math in your head, and you would make better time resting and letting Jayce recharge than you would running out there. Also, you're level 6, so yeah, it was 3 hours. Gotcha. I had something.
Yep.
You rest. Yeekishi is nowhere to be found. She has not bothered to catch up. You can only presume that she went chasing after the orcs. Whatever fate befell her, none of you know.
Yeah, I mean. All right, well, I can shapeshift back into the giant elk again, and
So basically, you do this. Doing this does so. I'll just say it gets done. For lack of better time constraints and all that. So you successfully make it back to distance in record time. The chapels are filled, and you always knew, like, you knew that some people, specifically the Baron, had kind of a chip on her shoulder about the gods. But most of the common folk, not so much. And yes, the chapels and the churches are filled. The town square is people looking up at the light display. People are terrified. Some are packing and running. It looks like other people kind of put 2 and 2 together, and they're all heading different directions.
East, you idiots.
Yeah, y'all just come flying through town. You start screaming, east, run east. People don't seem to believe you. Kaya, dude, people don't seem to believe you.
Not the first time.
No. I mean, you can attempt to rectify this if you wish.
People of what was the name of the city?
Dissonance.
Dissidents. My gods have spoken to me. The good ones. Yeah. Head east, for the sky is falling. Dang.
Um,
Put me on the spot like that. Mm.
give me a give me a charisma check.
Sweet. I got a 19.
19.
Plus,
As you realize you're not quite being heeded, you feel a surge of divine inspiration. You grasp your holy symbol and you hold the holy symbol aloft, and it starts to kind of glow with a divine light, and it kind of catches everyone's attention, and the words speak through you. You yourself do not speak, so like you don't think about what you're saying, you just say it, and it comes out with a commanding presence, which is surprising for someone that's like 3 feet tall. But yes, you catch everyone's attention, and they see the holy symbol. You know, the priests of the area stop their prayers and chantings, and they look towards you, and they all look. They tell their congregation, to the east, the gods have told us to flee this direction, and yeah, people start to coordinate and head east. Strangely enough, on the way out, you see one of the people kind of pushing carts along. You see Galden, the guild master.
Oh.
And he's you kind of bump into him on the way through the city.
Golden, you're here.
Well,
He
where
lives
else
here.
would I be? We got to get out of here.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to tell everybody to do.
The Baron may not be leaving, but we sure as hells are.
Baron is
Wait,
staying.
why is the Baron staying? Oh, Captain must go down with his ship kind of deal.
I don't know. You can go ask him yourself, but we're getting out of here.
Jayce, for some reason, the Baron is staying.
Confused elk bugling noise.
I pet your face. Yes. I'm wondering
About
like
as you came into the city, Jayce, your form, because it took you 6 hours roughly.
Oh,
Your form
boo.
does
How
dissipate,
dare you.
yeah.
How dare you.
We flop around again.
No, you came in on a majestic elk, which kind of got some people's attention at first, and then that kind of dissipates.
like, oh, whatever. It's a normal Tuesday for us.
You know what? Okay, since I'm in my regular form, you know what? If he wants to stay and die, that's on him.
But maybe he knows something.
I'm going to say let him have at it. He can do his own thing. I think we should follow the crowd.
Devin?
So,
it won't take long to ask. People will still be here.
And you need to kind of rest too, don't you? Jayce? Like
I've got another one.
you have 3 total wild shapes?
I recover both of them on a short rest.
I know,
you
and it
haven't
took you
had.
6 hours after the short rest.
Oh, okay. When you said that, I thought you meant it took 6 hours total.
No.
Okay. Well, then, yeah. Okay. Then, yeah, I do need to rest. Sorry.
Also, admittedly, the city is being besieged. It's not like actively falling right now. You don't know how little time you have.
That's true.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I'm operating underneath the idea that I have no idea when this thing's going to hit, so I want to put as much distance as I can.
I hear you.
Either way, we need a short rest. Takes an hour. That's enough time to ask.
Galden just kind of looks at it and says, perhaps instead you could ask him briefly, if nothing else, convince him that we will need our leader if we survive this.
All right, we'll do.
I'll bring it
Let's go
up.
I'll save a cart for you. You'll be able to rest along the way.
Excellent. Run.
Yeah. All right, Jayce, you rest up. Rest them legs. Devin and I will go.
So real quick, a short rest does not mean doing nothing
Oh,
per se. So role playing and stuff can still occur during a short rest.
So he can still come and
Yes.
join the conversation while doing
Mhm.
his short rest.
oh.
Yeah. So
okay.
long as like nothing substantial happens in this hour, you will have attained your short rest.
Like
That's
if a
why I
rock
meant
falls
there's
from
the
the sky.
cart. Yeah, well, that's why I mentioned the cart.
Ah,
Because like you can run up, you could talk to the Baron if you want to, come back, and then you hop on the cart, and that'll count for your short rest.
Okay.
okay. We'll do that. We run up
So,
to the Baron.
to the Baron!
The
Da-da-da-da-da.
Baron whose name we don't know, otherwise it's just the Baron.
Just the
Yeah.
Baron, yeah.
The
Names are
halls of the keep or the fortress are empty. Any sign of wealth in the other room is long gone.
Is there any food left?
There's
I'm gonna grab something.
smatterings of food.
I'm just grabbing
You-
something as I'm running up.
Yeah, you kind of poke your head in, and it looks like the whole place has been ransacked. And any food that still exists has probably been trampled on to a mush.
Oh well then, screw that noise.
savages.
There wasn't much left. But like, in the middle of running, someone knocked over food and the food fell, and it's like, forget it, run, that kind of thing. So yeah, that said, the entire fortress is quiet. You climb the tower where the Baron should be. The Baron is not in his office, but you do note you're not too far away from a viewing platform, so you kind of go up just a little bit further. Sitting there in a lounged back chair with a large tankard of some kind in hand and a cask of ale to the side, almost relaxed and staring up at the display above, is the Baron. And as you come up the stairs, I mean, obviously you're not trying to be quiet. He looks back and goes, come to toast to our success then, have you?
Came here to save you. What are you doing? East. Heading. Let's go. Come on.
East and run. And he just kind of laughs. He lets out this belly aching laugh and says, I see now. I see. You haven't quite understood what dissonance was about, have you?
I mean, we've only been here for like 3 days. Come on.
That's all right. No. And he looks and he goes, if you want to run, then run. I will not stop you. I believe you should. But this, and he kind of stands up and he holds his arms out, looking up at the exploding sky. This is my crowning achievement, to create something that challenged them to such a point that they would bring the city down to destroy us.
No, that's not exactly what's happening. I mean, I've seen what's happening up there. They're having their own war up there that's got nothing to do with down here, other than the fact it's gonna land here, like right here on your head.
Does anyone have medicine?
I do.
I don't have any proficiency in it, but
Jayce, make a medicine roll.
I'm just a healer.
Yeah,
I mean,
I heal.
as part of your profession, Kaya, you may roll a heal, although this is not your spell. You may roll a medicine check.
17 for my medicine. Oh wait, no, sorry. Hold on. I misread that.
I have a plus.
No, I was right. 17.
Oh,
So,
yours is better.
Kaya, you want to? Oh, okay.
No.
Jayce, this man has lost it. He's gone completely over the cuckoo's nest. He is like a man who he looks as though he has won 1,000,000 gold.
I kind of put my fingers together and I look at Kaya and Devin. You remember what I said when we first met this man?
Remind me.
So this is what Spark Madness looks like. And then I kind of do the Will Smith gesture pose.
You just kind of stand, arms spread out in a fan motion, just kind of displaying the good Baron.
In his insanity.
His glorious insanity.
We're wasting
Gosh.
our time.
Is
Let's
that
go.
what's going to happen to us if we have the spark madness, as they say?
I don't want it. No. No, no,
Says,
no.
says, no, no, no. But he looks says, I have seen the clouds. You have time to flee, my friends, but before you go, one last thing. And he kind of reaches down and he's going to well, he pulls out two things. Number one, he pulls out a very large sack of gold. Says, I did promise you payment for learning what the monster was. So, what was that little beastie thing?
Oh, I suppose it doesn't really matter. It was a pseudo dragon born from some sacred other dragon. It's all going to die anyway. And I take the
Fair
sack of
enough.
money.
And he's just going to hand you the sack of money. And he passes over these tankards of ale for each of you. And he says, to the future of humanity.
One last toast.
All right, just in case if we don't make it, I guess. I'll drink to that.
And he finishes it and he says, he just kind of stands up and he puts his hands behind his back and he looks solemn for a moment. Just for a moment, reveling in his, what he sees as his accomplishment, his obscenity towards the gods, to the point that they saw the need to destroy everything he created for fear that it might overshadow them. Says, I have done what I was born to do, and I have no regrets. Galden will see to the remainder of humanity, for such time as it exists. For the rest of you, I appreciate what you have done in such a short time. But as every good captain must go down with their ship, so too must every mastermind fall to his own creation. And I
Called it.
bid each of you farewell. And he just kind of turns and looks away and looks up at the sky, completely lucid, completely as if he's staring at the night sky.
Right, I'm going to approach him, put my hand on his shoulder, and say, this place you built, now that we've had the wool taken from our eyes from Harmony, I have to say, it's better here than in Harmony. And then I
Kind of
leave.
gives you a smirk and he says, you know, I never had the wool pulled over my eyes. I was born with the ability to see the truth. And I thank you.
All right. Off I go. With a hurry in my step.
Yeah. I actually tossed the tankard over the side and was already out.
I still don't see it, but I like it down here. And I really don't give a crap what happens up there. So, a toast to you. And it was fun while it lasted.
Indeed, little one.
TTFN, ta-ta for now. And then I hop away. Skip away, whichever.
Right. So, as you all make your way down, you get to the cart. The cart, it's a nice respite from spending the better part of a day or more on your feet. You'd actually gone to the camp to rest. Each of you are tired. You're all exhausted. The cart does make its way. The explosions continue. You travel for days, actually. And each time you close your eyes and rest, you wonder if it'll be the last time or if you will wake up and the city will have collapsed. 3 days pass. Dissonance is far off in the distance, but based on your calculations, Jayce, you are nowhere near the end of the island. And sometime around midday, there's one final explosion that rocks most of the land and the people to their feet. The clouds disperse. and coming down as a flaming ball, enormous in size, is the city of Harmony. Presumably, the collapse, you don't know what the final blow was. But as it continues to descend, Jayce, you're out in the plains. You have no cover here.
We're screwed. Guess it's time to watch the world end. And I kind of sit at the edge of the cart. I mean, at this point, there's nothing that can be done.
Oh yeah, I mean, some people are still fleeing, others just kind of turn and watch. And Golden brings each of you a mug of ale, just a mug, not a full blown fancy tanker. And he says, "Well, humanity gave it its damnedest, didn't it?"
Yeah.
As the city starts to make its final plummet, you give it maybe another 3 or 4 minutes before it fully collapses. Galden, he says, "By the way, quick question. What happened to that cat that you had?"
No idea.
Oh, Yiggy! She decided to stay back with the chief and them.
Yeah, we split off after we dealt with the orc situation. Don't know what happened after that.
Well, maybe she made the smarter move. Who knows?
Yeah.
Guess we'll find out when the souls are called to claim. At this moment, things seem to stop. The city, falling in a burning husk, stops midair. Large waves of energy emit from it. And you can see, though you have seen portraits and pictures, you see a woman, quite large, obviously, to be seen from this distance. She has the makings of an artist. She has the speckled apron. She has the bespeckled face, paint everywhere. And her hands kind of reach and grab both dissonance and harmony, or at least you estimate dissonance based on just kind of below. It almost brings it together, and you see a crystalline structure begin to form around both. This crystalline structure goes on for quite a distance, and each of you, slowly but surely, as the light from this formation makes its way towards you, you feel yourself move very, very quickly. You don't know what direction you're going. It's almost as if the winds itself are pushing you away. Time passes. You all stand there, Galden included. The cart, non-existent. Each of you are standing with your mug, looking at each other in the pale. It's quiet. Every voice, every sound made echoes as though in an empty room.
So, did we die?
As light fades, you smell ocean, salt water, the sound of gulls echoing, cawing. The light fades, the sky appears cloudless. There is nothing in the sky. Far off into the distance, just almost impossible to make out, save for your instinctual knowledge that it is there, is a large crystalline spire at the center of Hithlind. And around you, you see some of the people that you knew from the city. And it is here that we shall conclude Harmony's Fall. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us on this adventure. what happened, why it happened, and the aftermath of it. Perhaps we shall discuss at a later date, another time, another story. But the tale of Harmony's Fall is over. This has been Vincent Elwin, your game master, and I would like to thank each of you for joining us.
Hey,
And applause. Yay.
happy ending?
All
I
right,
don't know.
don't cancel things out yet. We are not done. We've got a little bit of a wrap up here, just for a few minutes, I promise.
Of course.
So we're gonna start actually with the person who probably made the most substantial impact on the lore in the long run, Yeekishi
What'd I do?
/ EnvyRose. Your decisions to split off from the party and join the Orcs in exile into the Underdark created a whole new race of Tabaxi that now I have to create as a sub race and implement as a future
Mountain
option.
lions. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, whereas the Tabaxi tend to be more of like domesticated cat like. The the mountain lions, as they're referred to, or the mountain Tabaxi, whatever you want to call them, they will have more of the mountain lion / puma figures, much more agile, bone structure, that kind of thing.
Stop getting smacked around.
Also, they will be a strength-based Tabaxi.
Nice.
Okay. Hey, mountain lions.
Yeah.
I am going to
And,
draw a couple up. This is going to be awesome.
Yep. And instead of the sprint that they get as a racial ability, they gain a a special climbing speed.
I already got some
They
climbing
have
speed, but
some
why not get
climbing
more?
speed. They have some, but like they specialize in mountainous terrain. So like if they're in the mountains, they do not suffer difficult terrain. So, I'll work out the details later, but suffice to say, you created a whole new race. Your first time, wasn't this your first time playing D&D 5th edition?
Yeah.
Yeah, first time playing, you created a whole new sub race. Congratulations.
You win.
This is awesome.
Gold star.
So how do you feel about everything as a whole?
This is awesome. To me, that was actually a really hard decision. I'm like, oh, I should probably stick with the party and all this stuff. But then I had to think back in my head, like the enemy retreated, licking its wounds. We did a good amount of damage, especially with rapid fire and all that jazz. So it was just a big gamble that we could make it out of it alive. And then, hey, you told me I got a lineage. So, woo! I really didn't want to stick with the party, though. That was actually kind of a hard decision.
So Eurl / Gandhi.
Yes.
You successfully completed a campaign. You swore it was going to collapse.
Wait, what?
I have proven you wrong. Suck it. No, I'm just kidding.
Collapse? Why?
That's
Yes,
why
I'm
running
I'm just
about
messing
how
with
every time I join a campaign as a player, it implodes about like 3 sessions later at most.
And this was what, 5 sessions? Yay.
Technically
Yay.
3, but
3? Oh, okay.
Technically true.
You got to take the wins with you got to take the dubs with the L's. So,
All right.
It didn't go long enough for us to break it. That's the thing.
But I mean, how do you feel?
I mean, I feel fine. I enjoy playing 5e. I enjoy being a player occasionally. Eurl, his people are probably dead. They weren't here. But one orc is sort of the same as another orc, and northern orcs instead of the western orcs. Yeah, we'll make it do. We've still got a job to do.
Maybe I didn't fully clarify, but the explosion never happened.
Yeah, it was caught by the
Probably
goddess.
dead.
They're orcs. They're probably dead.
Oh,
No,
wow.
you successfully led the crusade against the
Shrooms.
the threat from below with the assistance of the dark elves, and you emerge as as
Rightful
adventurers are
crusade
wont to
in
do.
Mysonoids.
Yes, the orcs ran a crusade. Don't think about it too hard.
Kind of awkward when you consider 40k orcs are also mushrooms.
I know.
Can we stop? Everything comes back to 40k.
For him it does, yeah.
Um,
So anyway, moving on. Kaya,
Mm-hmm.
Melina,
Mm-hmm.
what did you think? Just
Oh, that's a very vague
closing,
question.
closing thoughts about the campaign.
I didn't see that coming. I didn't see world destruction coming. I'm kind of shocked. Not shocked, but it was interesting that my character was just kind of like, "Oh, what? There's conspiracies? What? There's cracks in my perfect excommunicated world?"
Yeah, well, you just kind of watched it come crashing down too.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, "Oh, look, there it is. It's up there."
See, guys, it's fine.
See? um, but that's kind of the character I wanted to play as. So actually, that rolling that 3 was perfect. It kind of just played out. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I'm kind of sad that I didn't survive it.
You
No,
did.
you did.
We did.
Yeah,
Oh, we did.
everyone survived it.
We got teleported away.
The explosion never happened. The city, both cities were encased in basically a crystal that the goddess Bachuna used to protect from the imminent explosion.
Oh, sweet. So the extra sacrifices of lambs worked. Got it.
Heh.
I was always her favorite servant. Yeah.
You never even followed her. You
Shh, it's okay.
That's about right. That's about right. Good character. That's it. Leave it alone.
I was her favorite. Shh, it's okay. Anyway, but yeah, I had fun and can't wait for the continuation. ...
Yeah, we'll see if I can get some time to do it. I got a lot going on.
Whenever that is
Yeah.
to be continued.
So Peter / Devin,
Yes. Well, that
what
was.
did you think?
Yeah, like everyone said, that was fun. I was when you went into about how Yeekishi started a new race underground. I thought, well, she made the right choice. We all exploded up on the surface. So I was getting ready to panic roll a spell trying to survive it. But the explosion never came, so I didn't have to do that. But yeah, that was fun. My first ever full playthrough of a 5e game. I forgot to do some things, but that will come with experience. Hopefully, I'll be playing this game a lot.
And of course, Jayce / Ed.
I'm alive.
So how did you feel?
Kind of in the same vein as Peter, I was panic looking up animals that could burrow.
Yeah.
Or I was going to dive in. If we actually would have made it, I was actually going to dive into the ocean and shapeshift into some sort of marine animal and just use
that would work too.
cover.
I mean, you can do that for fun now.
Yeah.
Fun.
I was gonna blink and try and let the wave pass over me. Ride it out in the ethereal plane.
Oh my gosh. You would just blink into the Twilight Zone and just watch everyone just get incinerated.
You just blink back in 6 seconds later with the fireball still going on.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was
been
panicking.
the last person to die.
Hooray!
Considering that when you did it last, you saw the city itself, there's a good chance that the ethereal plane was also on fire.
That's true as well.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You might not have been able to avoid it. It was nice having a break from DMing or storytelling, whatever word you want to use for it. I don't get to play very often.
Yeah.
Question though. So she caught
She caught the rock.
Yeah, she caught the rock, and then she dug dissidents out the ground and then crystallized them together. And what did she do with it?
It's a gigantic spire now in the middle.
Legend will go
So
on to
connecting
speak
them?
in Hithline as time passes on in Hithline, as the races begin to re-explore the Pangea. The center of Hithline will be referred to as the Crystal Spire. It will be a crystallized, not perfect circle, but series of crystals, roughly 50 miles in radius. That, things happen when you get near it. We won't go into detail of what. Gavin knows quite a bit about that, I think.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
So she
but
put them in
needless-
a crystal fishbowl. That's what I'm getting at.
yeah. That's something for a post Harmony Fall campaign to discuss. The realization of what happens, and even the question of why it happened, that sort of thing. But suffice to say that the land is safe for now.
Yay! At least we lived. That's what mattered.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
do
did
we go
all the
meet
other races.
Lich Baron who survived.
Wait, what? Is
I
he?
don't know.
Is he spewing spoilers?
Wait, no, because that's something
Hold on,
that
I
I
have to
did
make a
take
note for
notice.
something. I just,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was a great idea. I'm just gonna take some notes here for no reason at all. No, I'm just kidding.
During the fight, when I was asking if I could tell who the leader was, because I remember in the last session, behind the blobby thing, there was something else.
Yeah,
The
that was
Mind Flayer.
the mind flayer that everybody else was fighting.
It was probably a mind flayer. I was just calling it a mind flayer.
Yeah,
It was an
we were metagaming.
Well, I was hoping Yeekishi could see that and take a shot out off of that, but hey, I destroyed the blobby thing, so.
Well,
I mean,
it's
what
safe.
happens to Yeekishi, what happened to Yeekishi will go down in history. How that is resolved, I haven't written it down yet because it just happened. So,
Yeah.
Surprise, new species.
yeah.
Yay!
But in the meantime, I guess we should say this is the ending of Harmony Falls. We will conclude and see you guys next time. I will be posting a little bit of a side upload to this maybe a week or so after, explaining what to expect next. So we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.